Hello, my beautiful friends. We're starting off very much zoomed in, and the reason being is that it's officially March, which means we need to do our repurchase or trash. I have a whole basket of all the new makeup that I tried out in the month of February, and I'm gonna let you guys know whether or not I would repurchase these items or I trash these items. So you guys want to see me do a full face of these items and let you guys know my thoughts? Well, then definitely keep watching. Future Allie here is so grateful that I started putting all the items I've been testing out in a basket because it allowed me to keep everything organized. And normally I have to go through like my past YouTube videos. I'm like, what did I try out this month? Because I try out so many stuff that I tend to forget. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a point. I'll put everything in a basket, and it just saves me so much time. And I'm so thankful. Okay, so we're gonna start off with brows. So I have the Benefit. This is gonna be the Mighty 5 Brow Pen. I have shades 3 and 3.5. Now I will say with this particular style product, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. I'm not really one to like doing my brows. Like brows are like my least favorite makeup products. So are like, concealer. It's like my least favorite makeup product to work with. But, you know, I asked you guys how exactly do you use this. You guys said that I am using it just right. But to me, it's just supposed to more like fill the sparse hair in. As you guys can see, I definitely have some sparse hair because, you know, I'm 35. And you guys also made a point to tell me that apparently you lose your hair over time on the eyebrows as you get older. I did not know that. That is news to me. So I'm sharing that news with you. If you guys did not know, I was told that you start to lose some of your hair as you age. So does that mean that my eyelashes are going to start to fall off? Am I going to look like the old lady from Titanic when they zoom in on her eyes? When she's like, it's been 84 years, you know, and they zoom in and she has no eyelashes. Is that going to be me in the future? I just ruined my whole day. Honestly, I've tried playing this product several times. I really don't notice much of a difference when I play with this product. I really don't see what it does. It just feels incredibly wet on the brow. It fills in sparse areas, but like it just feels like I'm just putting a wet brow product on the brow, and I don't necessarily see the full results. Yeah, so for me, it's not a bad product, but honestly, I would not repurchase this. So for me, I trash this. Moving on to primers. We have several primers sitting right in front of me. So the first one's going to be from One Size Beauty. This isn't necessarily a primer. This is going to be a base thinner. So what this does is you can mix this with any of your foundations. It's going to help to thin them out, especially if they're on the thicker side, and it helps to add lumosity to the skin. Honestly, I really like this product. I found that it was really easy to work with. I found that I did not get really oily when wearing this. It just kind of worked really nicely with the One Size Full Beat foundation and helped to thin it out, but give it a nice soft glow, because even though I get really oily, I do like to have some sort of glowingness to my skin. It makes it look a bit more healthier. So for me, I do really like this. I'm not going to use this today because I am going to use a different product, but I will say I do actually like this base thinner. It's really pretty. It's one of those products that a little bit does go a long way. This can last you for a very long time. So for me, I definitely repurchase this. Moving on to primers. I have 3 primers sitting in front of me. So the first two are going to be from Dominique Cosmetics. They sent over a cooling mattifying primer and a hydro gripping primer. Now I've only played with the hydro gripping primer one time. It does a great job at gripping the makeup. My oil does seep through, so I really wouldn't use it for anything other than just kind of having a nice grippy texture. But the matte primer right here, I don't really feel anything cooling with it, but it does do a good job at controlling the oil to an extent. I still got oily when wearing this. I still keep trying it out just to see if I like it, if I don't like it. I will say it does work to an extent. Is it the most holy grail primer? No, but it does do the job, at least for like the first 6 hours. So I'm going to do half my face with the Dominique Cosmetics matte cooling one, and then I'm going to do my other half of the face with the poreless with the Maybelline Poreless Jelly Primer. Now this right here is supposed to give you a nice dewy glow, but it's supposed to also help to grip the makeup and help to minimize the pores. It does none of that. It does absolutely none of that. Now I will say that I did not really get oily when wearing this, which I was shocked, but I think it had to do with more of the setting powder and the foundation more than the primer itself, but it still looked somewhat nice on the skin. I was actually a little impressed when I wore this. So for me, I wouldn't trash any of these items. I do like them. They work just like they say they're going to, except for the Maybelline doesn't necessarily cover the pores, but it does help to give me a nice glowiness to the skin and it helps to lock that makeup in. So we're going to set this one aside. I would definitely repurchase this one. And these two right here, we're going to use on my face today. And I just realized they're like the same color. I just realized that. Okay, so we're going to start off with, we're just going to do Dominique all over the face. Now, if you guys did not know, I actually do have a code with Dominique Cosmetics. It's Allie. It can save you guys 10% off of anything Dominique Cosmetics website. And we're just going to put this all over the face. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline. Honestly, like I said, I would not trash this, which I'm kind of surprised about because I thought that I would. But it just helps to really help to make my makeup look nice and smooth where I have those large pores. And it helps to just give me a nice glowiness without making me look super oily, which I also appreciate. And it doesn't break up the makeup, which is nice. Which is really, really nice. Now for foundation, I have two different foundations. The first one's going to be from Maybelline. This is going to be the Super Stay Lumi Matte Foundation. Now I personally would trash this particular one, but I am going to repurchase it. The reason being is that you guys told me I could actually do returns, and I have not returned it yet because I've been waiting to do this video. So I have the receipt right here. I'm going to return it. You guys said I could return stuff to CVS, which is just wild because I did not know that you could do that. I just want to make sure I'm within my time frame. Wow, I have all the way until April 19th. Okay, yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna go exchange this. So for me, I'd throw away this particular color, but I will repurchase this. I thought this is a really beautiful foundation. It dries down nicely. It does look like second skin, but it does give you a really soft, luminous glow. It got matte, but it was also luminous. And it lasted me all day. I did an all-day wear test on this. It lasted me all day. I barely got oily. In the spots I did get oily, it didn't look bad. It looked just more like a soft oil compared to like other foundations where I got super oily, but it looked really nice. It didn't separate, didn't cake. It was a really, really nice foundation. I really ended up liking it. And for me, I just had the wrong shade. It pulled too pinky, too oompa loompa on me. And so I would trash this shade, but I'm going to repurchase another one because it's a really nice foundation. I was actually quite surprised by this. So I could definitely see why people have been obsessed. But the one product that really took me by surprise is actually from Milk Makeup. This is going to be their Gripping Gel Skin Tint. Now these are supposed to give you a dewy, hydrating glow. Now you guys know I'm very oily, so I tend to stay away from products that are like this, but this took me by surprise. This goes on so beautifully. It really helps. It really just melts into the skin. It gives you a soft, dewy glow without being too overwhelming. And for me, setting with setting powder has helped to really hold back the oil. But when I did get oily at the end, I showed you guys in my video that I could tap my skin and all you guys saw was the oil. You did not see the foundation break up whatsoever. The foundation didn't even budge. I can literally do this. Foundation wasn't budging, and I was so unbelievably impressed because I did not expect that. So we're going to go in with this today. I have the shades 5 and shade 6. I think I wore my video shade 5, but we're going to go in the shade, I think I wore my video shade 6, but we're going to go in the shade 5. Like I said, I'm highly impressed by this particular foundation. I did not expect to like it the way that I did. And I tried it with multiple different primers and it just works really beautifully. As someone who has really oily skin, it's just one of those things that you just don't expect a super hydrating skin tint to work on someone very, very oily like myself. It's just something that I did not expect and really, really, really took my surprise. And Milk Makeup has said that they have been working on this foundation for 3 years, and you can definitely see why. You can definitely see why. It is absolutely beautiful. So if you have really oily skin, don't let this deter you from getting it. I'm telling you right now, it's actually a really beautiful, beautiful foundation. You can definitely build it up, which I do. And I was just, like I said, genuinely really impressed by this, and I did not expect to love it the way that I did, and I have been using it ever since. So freaking pretty. I love the way that it just melts into the skin. So for me, I will absolutely, absolutely repurchase these. Now, when it comes to bronzers, I have 2 bronzers. So technically one's a bronzer, one's like a liquid contour. So the first one's going to be from Rare Beauty. So this is going to be a liquid contour. I have the shade called Solace. This definitely pulls, I feel like, a little gray on me. I'm going to show one side with the Solace and one side with the other product. So this is how this looks. It's pretty. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really pretty. It does melt into the skin so nicely. Like, oh, it really just melts straight into the skin. But I feel like it pulls like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It just pulls a certain color that I'm not necessarily fully like in love with. I don't know how to describe it. An undertone to it that I'm not fully in love with. So I wouldn't necessarily trash this, but I also would not repurchase this either. I'm not really as wowed. I really prefer their other bronzer over this. Granted, this is not really a bronzer. It's a contour, but I use it as a bronzer anyway. I just feel like I like their stick bronzer a lot better. But then I also picked up the new Physician formula. This is the Butter and Glow product. Now this is a blush and a bronzer. Now this one, I usually love Physician formula's bronzers because they're so beautiful. They smell incredible and they usually melt in the skin. This one I feel like is a really pretty bronzer, and I feel like I don't have to work too hard to get this to work. Even when I put this on a really bad color foundation, I was still able to get it to work. So I don't know if you guys can tell. They're a little bit too different. This one's a little bit more on the warm side. This is a little bit more on the reddish side. And if you guys can tell, they look a little similar, but they are definitely too different. They both work nicely, although I will say the Physician Formula one just really melts straight into the skin and it's easier to work with. This does give me a little bit more of like a bronzier look. I would definitely repurchase the bronzer side. The blush side, I'm not a big fan of, but the bronzer side, I would repurchase. So for me, I would not trash this. I would not trash the Rare Beauty one, but I'm not going to repurchase it either. And then when it comes to the bronzer side of this, I would repurchase the bronzer side, but the blush side, I'm still going to stand by the fact that I would trash the blush side. Okay, so for blushes, I do have two different brands sitting in front of me. The first one's going to be from DD Signature and from Revlon. Honestly, I think these are both beautiful. I would absolutely repurchase both formulas. I think they're so incredibly nice. With Revlon, a little goes a long way. 1 to 2 drops, that's all you need to have a great pigmentation. Blends out really nicely. Very beautiful coverage as well. And then same thing with the DD Signature. Like 1 to 2 drops of these, a little goes a long way. They're so beautiful. I really found myself liking the liquid blushes. So I'm just going to take one and take one. Like I said, a little does go a long way when it comes to the liquid blush formula from DD Signature. I was actually quite impressed and I really enjoyed mixing the two together. So that's what we're going to do today. So for me, for both Revlon and for DD Signature, I would absolutely repurchase. Now, I only have one new concealer that I tried. It's from Morphe. I actually really do like this Morphe concealer. Surprisingly enough, I think it's a nice concealer. They did give me a variety of shades to choose from. I haven't tried their color corrector yet because I don't really use color correctors, but I will say this is a nice hydrating concealer. It goes on really nicely. It blends out really nicely. I don't have like any sort of issues when using this product. I've been using it since I got it. I think it's really nice. It doesn't settle into fine lines or cracks. So for me, I would absolutely repurchase it. So for setting powder, I have two setting powders that I tried. The first one's from Huda Beauty. This is the Ube birthday cake one. This is like a really like pinky purple powder. This isn't for me. I knew it wasn't going to be for me. Angelica did gift this to me, so that's why I tried it out. I think it's definitely meant for more deeper skin tone, which would be really beautiful on, but for me, it's just not a good color on me, so I would definitely trash this. But the one that I really liked is actually from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Blurfection setting powder. Now this is a really pretty setting powder. I don't like the component of it. It only has a little bit to come out, so you have to like really work to get this powder to come out. But I will say it goes on very nicely. It's a very soft, like a very soft setting powder. It felt really nice on the skin. It doesn't do too much for the oil, but it really helps to make the skin look super soft. It really gives your makeup a nice blurred, diffused look, which I really do appreciate. So for me, I wouldn't necessarily repurchase it when it comes to the oil, but if I want to look for something that helps to blur my texture, my large pores, I would repurchase it for that. So I would trash it for the oil base, but I would repurchase it for the blurring effect of it, actually. Do you guys see how soft the skin is? I'm telling you, it makes my skin so incredibly soft. So I would definitely repurchase this setting powder right here because I think it's so pretty. It's great for blurring the skin. Like I said, it does nothing for the oil, but it's really good at blurring the skin, which is something I really do appreciate. So for blush, I actually have quite a few powder blushes. So the first one we have is actually from Rare Beauty. This is going to be their Soft Pinch powdered, like cream to powder blush. So I have this shade right here called Hope. Now these don't, I think officially launch until like sometime in March, but I will say this is a really, really, really pretty blush. It goes on like a cream, but it blends out like a powder. It goes on like a cream, but then it settles down like a powder. I actually really do like this. I've been using this a lot. It's really easy to work with. It's very, very soft, very blendable, and I just really do enjoy this. Do I think you need all the colors? No, I do not, but I do like this formula. Just like I also really do like the DD Signature ones too. Two different palettes. I will say these are very, 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 very pigmented blushes. A little bit does go a long way when it comes to these. I'm not going to use them today, but I really do enjoy this formula. They're very soft. They feel like very airbrush. I would definitely repurchase this. I'd repurchase the Rare Beauty. I would 1000% repurchase the YSL. The YSL Make Me Blushes. I have the shade 44, which is going to make a muted pale lavender. And this is going to be a like satin finish. So it's going to have a little bit of a shine to it. I love this. It is so freaking beautiful. A little bit of this does goes a long way. Sometimes when I wear this, I don't even bother putting on highlighter because I don't need to, because it has a luminous glow to it. It's actually really beautiful. I would 1000% repurchase these. I kind of want to get another one in a different color that has some more of a matte finish because I love the formula. Oh my god, they're so freaking amazing. But the one I'm going to use today is actually from Polite Society. So these are going to be their powder blush sticks. I will have to say these are so freaking beautiful. A little bit of these again. So freaking beautiful. These are so fun to play with. They feel like a cream, but they are a powder. It's so unique. I really do love these. Applying with the brush is definitely really easy. For me, I would 1000% repurchase these blushes. Honestly, I'd repurchase every blush that I've tried this month. Like honestly, the blushes this month were actually quite good when I did not expect that. Because normally I don't always have the best of luck when it comes to blushes. So I was pleasantly surprised by how nice these blushes have been. Just look at how pretty they are. They go on so nicely. So for me, I would definitely repurchase. Then for highlighter, I only tried one new highlighter. It's from DD Signature. This is going to be like the multi-chrome highlighter. This is such a gorgeous highlighter. This goes on like pinky, but like on the face, it's like between a pink and an orange. It is so freaking beautiful. Like I love this highlighter formula. Not only can it be used as a highlighter, but could also be used as an eyeshadow topper. It's so pretty. Like, the way that it just melts in the skin, I would 1000% repurchase this. Then I do the two eyeshadow sticks right here from Triskeek. Honestly, they're nice. They're not wowing. The champagne shade right here, this one was not the easiest to work with. Like, I would 1000% trash this. I would not repurchase this shade. This blue one is really pretty. Really creamy, very easy to work with. I would repurchase the blue, but I would definitely trash the champagne one. That's a no for me. For mascara, we have two different mascaras I tried out. I tried the Benefit Bounce Mascara and the CoverGirl Cloud Mascara. I'm gonna mix the two together. I definitely have some thoughts on them. It's why I'm not doing any eye makeup, so I can really show you guys how well this mascara performs and show you guys what it really looks like on my lashes. So I'd rather not wear any eye makeup so I can truly show you guys this mascara. So we're going to start off with the Bounce Mascara. This goes on really soft. It has a more of a thicker bristle, which I like more of a thinner bristle. It goes on really soft. It's supposed to give you the most wowing mask. It's supposed to give you like really nice, like really like volumized eyelashes. And I have to say, I have been seeing this all over TikTok and people have been going, oh my god, look at how amazing my lashes are. I put it on and I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. I am not the biggest fan of this compared to other Benefit mascaras. Like their Roller Blast mascara and their Real Magnet mascara are my personal favorite. I think those ones are definitely worth it. But for me, it goes on nicely. It does transfer to the lid. I wouldn't necessarily, I would not repurchase this. I probably honestly would trash this. But then we also have the CoverGirl. Now this one I bought because it had my girl Kelsey Ballerini on it. And I will say this one, I don't hate it. I generally don't hate it. It lifts the lashes. It gives them volume. It does sometimes transfer onto the lid, but this is what I've been wearing since I bought it. And I really like how my lashes look. Now, there's two different sides to this mascara. There's like more of a thicker side, and then there's more of a thinner side. It's very, very, unique. The bristles are a little bit more on the harder side. So it does hurt if you stab your eye. Trust me, I would know. But I like it. I surprisingly like it. I normally don't wear a lot of CoverGirl mascara. I tend to wear a lot of like L'Oreal and Maybelline mascara. I think they make better mascaras personally. But for me, it gets the job done. It lifts the lashes. It gives them volume. It separates them. So I think out of the two, I would 1000% repurchase the CoverGirl mascara, but I would trash the Benefit mascara. Okay, so for finishing powder, I do have the Morphe Cloud Light setting powder right here. This is a soft glow veil. Honestly, I think this is kind of trashy. Like, I do not like this. It adds a little bit of like a weird sheen to the face. It's supposed to be like a glittery topper. It's weird. It adds like this weird film to the face I just don't like, and it has a weird color to it. It's not for me. It's not for me. I would trash this 1000%. Moving on to lips. So I do have some lip oils from Revlon. I think the Revlon lip oils, they're nice. They're not the most wowing thing in the world. I would definitely not repurchase these, but I would not trash them. I like lip oils, but I don't see myself gravitating to them as much as I once did. So they're nice, but I would not repurchase. Just like we have their glitter lips right here. Now for me, these are a little bit too much. They're a little too much in pigmentation. I don't really like to have so much of a glittery lip. Like, I like having some glitter to it, but when it overtakes it, it becomes to be too much. So for me, I trash. Then I do have the two Polite Society Pout Lip Balms. These are beautiful. Great formula. Love the way they look. Pretty long lasting. Very beautiful cover. Very beautiful colors. So for me, I would repurchase. Same thing with the ColourPop Fresh Kiss Lip Balms. Oh my god, these are beautiful. Really beautiful on the lips. Very pigmented. Very comfortable. They have just a nice little tint to them so that you can kind of wear them by themselves. Or you can definitely wear them, but build them up on top of lip liner. Would definitely repurchase. Same thing with the Revlon Lip Shines. These are really pretty. Like, these are so pretty. A little bit goes a long way. They go on nice and pigmented. They have a high shine. They do remind me of the YSL like glassy lip balms. Like, they remind me of that so much. And they also kind of remind me of the Fenty Beauty glassy lip balms that I really love. They're like kind of like a dupe for them. I think these are beautiful. I would definitely be repurchasing them. But for me, I think the star of the show that I've really fallen in love with are the Laneige. These are going to be the Glaze Craze Tinted Lip Serum. These are so beautiful. Let me show you guys. I am obsessed. Ever since I bought it, I have been wearing it nonstop, and it's become one of my favorite new lip products. So I'm just going to go in with the Makeup Forever. This is going to be the shade called Wherever Walnut. I'm going to quickly line my lips. And then I'm going to go in with the Cinnamon Sugar. Oh, this one is one of my personal faves. I love the little bouncy texture. It's so unique. It smells incredible, but like the coverage on this is just beautiful. Like, even when I eat and drink something, it doesn't really like fully go away. Like, I lose some pigmentation, but it doesn't pull up my lip liner. It doesn't lift my lip liner. It is so comfy, so high shine. And I just really do enjoy these lip crazes so much. Like, they are so beautiful to the point that I'm going to go buy the other two shades because I really do enjoy these. These are actually quite nice. I think for like $22, they're worth every penny. 1000% would be repurchasing them. And then next we do have the L'Oreal. This is the hairspray in a bottle. This is the Big Sexy Hair 3-second setting mist. Y'all, let me tell you, hold up. Okay, so the hairspray in a bottle, let me tell you, this thing is freaking intense. This is intense. I will repurchase this because it gets the freaking job done. I know I'm not going to really get oily when I wear this. I do get some sort of oil, but not like I thought I would. This is a great dupe to like the one size. I still prefer the one size. I will always pick up my one size before I pick up the infallible. But if I need something, if this is empty, this is my next go-to. This is literally hairspray in a bottle. Your makeup is not going to budge. It has a very strong scent to it. It's very overwhelming. And if it gets on your lips like mine just did, it's going to make your lips taste disgusting. Like, my lips will now taste disgusting. I will taste this. Where if I start drinking anything, eating anything, I will taste this. But shit, does your makeup not budget this? So as much as I don't like it, I also will definitely repurchase it because it gets the job done for sure. And then lastly, we do have the little Beekman. These are the Honey and Blossom Milkshake Body Mist. Oh my god, I would so repurchase these because these smell incredible. They are so freaking good. I love everything about this. I'm so glad I got this. So those are all the products I tried this past month. Now, the reason why you guys don't see me featuring like any of the eyeshadow palettes I tried is because I genuinely love all these eyeshadow palettes. I would repurchase them. I think they are incredible. I loved every single one of them. I have nothing bad to say with any of these palettes, so I would definitely repurchase all of them. But when it comes to the rest of the makeup items, a lot more products I genuinely would repurchase over trash. I was actually quite impressed with what I tried this past month. but I love doing this series because it forces me to keep trying out the makeup all month long. Even though I'm constantly testing new makeup, it definitely keeps me on my toes and keeps me trying things out every single day. And I have to say, I think we really found some goodies this past month. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.